All right, welcome back to D&D. So, last time you had finished enrolling with the arena. You then went into the arena, got in a fight, got in a second fight,
Killed those guys. So,
and we were then able to win. You haven't gone in to get your payment yet, the bet you put on yourself, but you were able to succeed. And you had the various members of the arena coming out to clean us up while... Actually, nope, I don't believe Otto had skinned his opponent just yet.
No, I did. We had a conversation. You say you're supposed to kill him. And then I finished. And then I says, well, you said you're supposed to kill him in the arena. I finished. I killed him. And then I says, well, he's dead.
Ah, okay.
Or something like that. So I do have the skin.
All right, then. All right. So, no cheers. There's no crowd around you. You do see the orb above that has used all. The various arena workers usher you out of the area through the open gate, and you find yourself back among the various fighters.
We'll collect our winnings or what?
It's up to you.
No, I'm asking them.
Yeah, let's go collect our winnings for sure.
yeah.
I got really fucked up after that fight.
Collect your winnings immediately
Yep.
before they change their minds.
What time of day is it? Like, how long was this fight? I assume it was quick.
It's just a minute or two.
Okay. Yeah, let's collect our winnings.
Yeah, I would definitely say it was about 2 minutes. Let's go get the winnings.
Oh, I got Mormons. Give me a second.
Adorable Mormons.
Let's go collect our winnings. I got Mormons.
They heard there was gambling.
How much did we bet? I know I matched the same as Graham. It was like 45 gold.
I think it was 35 that I did. I don't remember.
We wagered, collectively, we wagered, as soon as my sheet loads.
Oh, yeah, I put in more than everybody else.
Yeah, you.
Okay, mine was 35. I remember that.
So I matched yours.
Yeah,
I
me
put
too.
like 50 or something instead.
Yeah,
Alright.
you're a big gambler, so it fit exactly what I think FIFA would do. Like
I'm down a lot, actually. I'm gonna put in like 100.
Yep.
No.
You were given 2-1 odds.
I thought it was 3-1.
Yeah, it was 3-1.
Oh, it was 3-1. Okay, it was 3-1 odds.
Spent money on something else too.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Yes, you did buy Coke.
That's what I spent.
Kaito was going to be fucked up at the end of this.
Actually, Kaito, what are you up to now with your all
Is he
beaten
back in
up?
the Mormons?
Well, I'm not just beaten up. I'm also exhausted and coming down from a pretty high, like a pretty severe drug high. I'm going to be the guy that... I also put the least amount of money down. I forget how much I put down, but I put down the least amount of gold because I wanted to just round to the closest 100. I think I just put down like 20 or something. What am I going to do? I'm going to be the guy that has to go to sleep right away. I haven't gotten any sleep last night. I am exhausted. Unless there's something we plan on doing today, I'm trying to get rid of some of this exhaustion. And I'm also at 19 points.
Okay.
I swear this is not me trying to go and get laid again. I actually do need sleep. But what is our plan for today?
We're collecting money. We're gonna see if we impress anybody in the houses, so we can get to the inner city and proceed with our goals of getting a list of the sales.
Well, impressing people is top of my list, of course, as you guys know. So, but I should probably get some sleep since I'm exhausted.
While you're saying that, you actually do see a drow man kind of come up and approach you. He's wearing nondescript clothing, a cloak. Doesn't have any of the noble house's insignia among him. Like, ah, greetings. I saw your fight in the arena. You did quite well. Would you be interested in any discussion of work, perhaps?
We're
We
always
might be.
open for discussion for more some more work.
Absolutely.
Ah, well, there's a nearby tavern over there. Would you care to join me?
Absolutely. Let's let us pick up our winnings real quick.
Oh yeah, that.
Of course.
Let's do that and we'll meet them there.
Very well then.
Yeah, I'm assuming he did that like while we were waiting to collect our winnings. So
Yep. Head into that tavern. Ask the hostess for Kosar, and I shall meet you there. Don't keep me waiting too long, of course.
Of course.
The line to collect the winnings for the bookie doesn't take too long. You see a lot of crumpled up tickets, but eventually you do reach the front of the line, and you see the person you placed the bet with. All
We
right.
are here to collect.
Mm-hmm. Counts out the winnings and slides it over to you. There you go.
And is it legit?
Yes, can we count it, please?
Make a perception check. It is the exact amount that you were expecting to win. It's just in a bag. You're able to takes a minute, but you're able to count through it and see that it is in fact the entirety of the winnings you're expecting.
All right, cool. I'm back up to 107 gold.
Oh, was it a 3-1?
3-1.
Okay.
I don't gamble. Explain this to me.
Yeah.
So whatever you put in, multiply it by 3, I believe.
Yeah, so like I put in 35 gold, so I
Okay.
got back 35 times 3 gold, which was
Okay.
105
Yeah, I
total.
put 20
Okay.
gold. I'm getting 60 gold back.
The odds are like your odds of winning, and the longer the odds, the higher the payout if you bet on the one that's less likely to win. 3-1 is because we were nobodies, so we got kind of a good haul, relatively speaking.
Sweet, 60 gold.
If we fight again, it wouldn't be unlikely that our odds would be like 2-1 or something. And then Ian busts out the 50-1 odds with like Slagathor the monster.
More
I'll take this.
Melkor.
So, does anybody remember how much more gold I actually bet?
I thought it was 50.
I thought it was 50, so you should have gotten a 150 back.
Sound right? Okay.
You can always check the videos later.
Oh, right. It's on video.
It's on video.
Because we're old and we forget things like this.
It's
Mhm.
difficult to take notes for me, especially.
For now, I'll put the 150 back.
Okay.
Kaido,
And
you're
we have a job.
feeling a little sluggish.
Oh yeah, I'm exhausted.
Your joints ache. Your hands are kind of shaky.
Oh no. So Kaido's actually in bad shape today.
Your
Hey guys, I don't feel so hot. I don't.
high you had been experiencing earlier is starting to rapidly crash.
Am I getting a second exhaustion? Oh god. Oh god, I think I need to sit down.
Can I look him up and down and see if I can tell if it's from the
Ooh, you're gonna give me the elevator eyes, Otto?
No.
Stop it.
Make a medicine check, Otto.
Is
I
it a
might just
medicine
Eldritch
check or
blast you.
a
I might Eldritch
perception
blast
check?
you right now and just take your money.
Are you sure you're gonna Eldritch blast me or finger?
That's 10.
You're not sure what's going on.
I don't feel too hot.
Do you need 2 more hookers?
I don't. I think I need 2 less hookers for tonight. I think I need some sleep.
Anyway, I'm gonna head over to the tavern. You can sit here.
Tell you what, why don't we You can sleep in the diner, and we'll just kind of keep an eye on you.
Okay. I'll slump along.
Okay. I whispered to Fern that she should feed him his hands.
As a prank while you were sleeping. Just a prank, bro.
He doesn't want to go to sleep now.
Nah, I'll probably sleep anyways.
There's no hands, no hands. What can you do? You get prosthetics.
Automaton hands. Full metal Kaido.
Kaido
Yeah,
has
that is-
to sacrifice his mom inadvertently first.
Uh-huh.
As you do.
All
As
right.
one does.
Anyway, to the tavern.
Okay, you head to the tavern.
Yep.
The tavern, a nicer establishment here, close to the arena. You see a number of different audience kind of going in and out. A lot of fighters, a lot of just general people who are watching. The tavern is up relatively large for the city where you are. It looks to be actually about 3 stories tall, and it heads back several hundred feet. Entering in, you do see a hostess there who is guiding people around, answering questions. She is a taller drow woman, white hair, not wearing any decoration, but she's dressed in fine clothes.
I guess we
Yeah, we'll
Go
go
up
up there and
and
tell her. I
discreetly
can't
ask
remember
what
the name. Yeah,
Korsar?
yeah.
Kossar?
We're here.
Kassar.
Okay. Ah, of course. Follow me. And she leads you into a back room, passing by the kind of open public area, past a number of closed doors, and shows you to a room inside. Not super large, probably about 15 feet across, but there's a table and seats among it, and you do see the drow man who is sitting there, who you had met previously. She also offers to get you some drinks while you're doing your business.
Oh, it's like the equivalent of coffee. Or just coffee, I guess. Please.
We'll find you something.
Something light for him.
Something light. A decaf. Or no, wait, no, I need caffeine. God, I'm fucking really tired, guys.
We have some tea with some stimulants, if that helps.
God, I'm afraid that it's gonna make me fucking do a constitution save for these goddamn stimulants. But
It
you know
turns
what?
out on this one you just have a food allergy.
Yes, please. Just anything that'll keep me a little bit more awake for the next few hours will do.
Very well. Can I get anything for anyone else?
So, cocaine for the young man. Anything else?
Water's fine.
Yeah, waters.
Yeah.
Very well. She shuts the door as she leaves. Kossar gives it a moment. Ah, very good. Well then, I imagine you are probably interested in what I'm bringing you in here for. And of course, we always have need of some assets who are more subtle in their approach. I hope this is something you can achieve.
Possible. Cats.
Good. Oh, and he looks to you, Otto. Oh, so none of that flayed one shit. That doesn't fly down here. I don't care who you worship or what you do, but doing anything that even remotely reminds people of him is not going to work.
Interesting.
So I don't know why you precisely decided to engage in those actions in the arena, but needless to say, they've caused people quite a bit of discomfort.
Are you not entertained?
Which actions?
Oh, well,
Playing a dude.
out
I'd
of
have
character.
flayed
this
someone.
one. When I skinned the guy.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. That did
Oh
happen, yeah.
yeah.
You know, mostly for to get attention.
That was real? I thought that was in my daydream I was having.
Anyway, we don't allow the cultists for the flayed ones aren't allowed here. So, what you did, I assume you probably aren't aware, as you seem more surface dwellery.
No, it was more for getting the attention of someone like you than being a cultist.
Make a deception roll, please.
That's without the.
Okay.
I'm just too lazy to take it off.
Of course. Just a simple reminder for the future, as it has certain problems. You wouldn't want an inquisitor on your case, now would you?
No.
Well,
I will thank him for the heads up.
doesn't take. Well, he's about to proceed when the knock at the door, and the hostess enters in with a tray with waters as well as a steaming cup of tea that she lays in front of Kaido.
Nice.
Thank you so much. I clutch it with both hands.
The cup is warm. It's a brown ceramic cup.
And I proceed to take some sips of my stimulant tea.
Please make a Constitution save.
No! Oh my god, this city hates me. Oh, okay.
And I'm going to try to join the Zoom from my phone because I need to run to the grocery store really quick unexpectedly.
Very well. The people in the grocery store were going to have quite a interesting experience.
Don't be weird.
As
Well,
you
I'm not
just-
going to say a lot of things while I run in there and buy flour, but I will be able to hear you hopefully. Is my
Yeah.
All right.
goal.
I was just interested. The people in the grocery store is like, and so how many people were flayed alive for your god?
Just the
Oh, yeah.
one. Don't make it
I'll be right back
weird.
super quick though.
Kaido.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So you can feel the effects of the tea. Oh, jeez.
Hold on.
can.
Hold on.
Oh!
I'm trying to quit.
Ah! Ah! Something's happening! The
Okay, that was
stage, fuck
horrifying.
me up!
That was horrifying.
That's psychic damage, everyone.
Kaido's saying
That
over.
is what Kaido was going
Kaido starts
through.
thrashing about. Val appears in his hands, and the whole inn is a fighting place. Firebolt.
Yeah, that's what Kaido hears for a second, but the tea, very very strong, has a very noticeable flavor. You've never really tasted anything like this before. It does not really match anything that you're used to. But it's definitely like the presence in your mouth. You can really just taste it, which is odd considering your tongue is gone numb all of a sudden.
Oh,
And you feel a little like numbness among your chest, but the kind of tiredness that you had been experiencing previously begins to lessen as you feel a little more energy in you. And
You're collecting the stimulants like Thanos.
Truly am. This is like my sophomore year of college. All right. Awesome. So I'm feeling a little bit better. Am I still exhausted? I'm just not. I am exhausted.
you're exhausted. You just don't
Feel exhausted.
feel exhausted.
Awesome. Great.
All right. Sorry, Matt, what were you saying?
Graham was gonna try to get a read on the faces before taking any sips of the water and inspect the water himself.
Yeah,
Whoops.
yeah. I wouldn't
Love
cite the drink. I just got back.
Okay, make an insight check. The hostess doesn't really appear to have much emotion on her face. Kassar doesn't really seem to show any real emotion either. If you'd like to inspect the drink, make a this would be a nature check.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It is
Where-
water.
All right, Graham will take a sip.
Without the guidance, obviously.
Yeah. Otto, it appears to be water that probably had been boiled. Probably just was meant to have tea steep in it, but just never had it actually placed in.
Okay.
Graham, the water is room temperature. Not really that, good, but it's water.
It is sustenance. Okay.
Hmm.
It provides you water that you can
You can
drink.
do it, Zoom. Roam on the 5G.
And
You
I check my
are-
water too.
Go ahead and make a nature roll.
Fern's like, this is top tier poison. We've been murdered.
Fern, you get the same thought that it looks like it was just meant for tea, and they just never put leaves into it to actually make tea from it. So
Is Graham's water, not that you would know, but is Graham's water specifically a different temperature?
they all appear to be just above or at room temperature.
Okay.
I checked my tea. Oh wait, I drank it all. Fuck.
Make a nature check.
And you just start putting a finger down.
I just starts throwing up profusely. A nature check. Oh, here's the thing. This is an ability check, right? Would it be at disadvantage?
I hope you roll 2 natural 20s.
Be close. It's 2 natural ones almost.
Is actually hold on.
Exhaustion is a disadvantage on ability checks, so there you go.
Yeah, but I think it's yeah. Well, either way, it's a 5. So you are able to determine that it is tea.
Guys, this is good tea. I recommend.
You didn't say it was good. It just said it was tea.
I think he just added that.
I just added
It is
good
hot
part. It's
and
called
it is ready.
improv, yes. Did you see that episode of Critical Role where he created Yelp? He just starts going,
I don't
I
remember
want you
that.
to
what are you doing? I'm yelping.
Ronnie, like someday I just expect you to roll really bad, and it's just like, guys, this is poison.
Yeah, that's gonna happen very. I mean, I thought that was gonna happen when I chugged that weird mushroom tea thing, but kind of did actually. I had horrendous nightmares.
Is your subconscious working shit out?
Horrendous nightmares. Actually, it was reality.
All right.
Anyway,
Kassar waits for the door to close again. Well, I represent a group that is interested in people who are capable of subtle issues and can resolve them without anyone finding out. I believe you may be acceptable at that. Or am I reading you incorrectly?
No,
I feel like I need a little bit more
you
information.
might be onto something.
But yes.
Well, you're certainly capable of great amounts of violence, but
we got to scale it back.
We are capable of violence, but we also have a moral compass. Yeah, I do say that in a question format because I'm not fully sure. So I guess it depends on what the job offer is or what the task is. You seem pretty
Can I out
vague
of
about it.
Like I would. I'm gonna out of characters. Like I feel like Kaido would know that what we're trying to do is get in. So we're trying to play a game here with him. I'm not sure if you're understanding that as like out of character or in character.
That what we're just trying
to
to
get into the inner city. So I'm not sure if you're.
We're playing amoral mercenaries more than.
Oh my! I'm not used to this. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if I.
No,
I
Just
can't
play
tell if
along,
we're doing
Kaido.
Rami
Just
or
play
Kaido
along.
right now is the thing.
This is actually very in character.
Yeah, I can't tell.
I
That's the
actually
problem.
don't know, so let's make it in character. But Rami didn't actually know that. Okay.
Piffle just kind of like hushes Kaido, and he's like, "So, who do you want to take?
Who do you
care
want us to
of?"
kill?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So, within the inner city, we have the various noble houses, minor and major, and there is a blackmailer among us.
A blackmailer.
Mm-hmm. I would like you to remove the blackmailer and retrieve the blackmail material to be delivered to me, intact, of course. Oh, and I also require proof that you dealt with the blackmailer.
Do you
But,
prefer ears, scalps, toenails?
oh, well. I would say maybe just the heart could do. Just something that
Heart,
we
you say?
can cast a little spell on to ensure that that was, in fact, the correct person. Or the skull would work too.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay.
Hearts,
alright.
skulls, got it.
But
Jesus.
definitely remember that you would want to
Magical DNA ID.
more of a speak to dead, really.
CSI.
But definitely you want to remove the corpse so nobody finds it.
Okay. Do you have an ID on this person, or is this something that we're figuring out who the blackmailer is?
You'll be trying to figure it out. Now, of course, blackmailers don't like it when you're trying to determine their identity. So
Who
when
knew, right?
the group I'm representing received information that if they attempted to investigate the blackmail material would be made public. So, we want you to not have that happen, which is why we're hiring you, so that you can... Hold on one second. Jeremy, it's a little loud where you are.
I'm peeking on the T again.
Sorry, Jeremy, it's a little
Can you
loud
use
where
the
you are.
one
I'm just
that's
going to mute you
meeting
real
room?
quick. There we are.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes. The blackmailer, we've never met, all through notes, has told the group I represent that any attempt to determine the identity would have the blackmail material made public. So we don't actually know who it is, and our attempts to find out discreetly have so far yielded no results. So I'm having you take a look yourself. So I should really explain that each monthly payment is to be dropped off at the main temple in the inner city. So I'm going to actually have you do another job while you're there that will be your cover story in case you are found out. And I actually expect you to handle that as well, but it'll all be bound into your payment for the mission. Is this acceptable to you?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds acceptable.
Very good.
Kaido is still quietly confused because he forgets what the plan is, and he keeps looking at Graham and Otto and going like, "You guys are cool with this? Like, we're about to do something illegal, and you hate it." But I will stay quiet because Piffle was like, "Shut the fuck up." So I'm like, "All right," but I still don't get it.
He's doing his best.
They're going to the dark side. It's happening. This is not a drill. This is not a drill, Val. You and I are the only moral compass now. Oh my god.
Val's
Even like
Kaito,
Lena, I mean, even Fern is down, and I'm like, what's going on?
Val's like, Kaido, shut up.
Uh,
They have a plan. It's obvious.
I really kind of hope that Val is just as, because hanging out with me for so much, like he's just as clueless as me. He is a sword at the end of the day, so he's just like, I'm not really sure. Your friends are turning evil.
You
My
must
blade will
execute
have
them.
to cut them down.
You just hear the voice in your head, Kaido, you have to kill them in their sleep.
Oh my god.
It's merciful, and the only way you can successfully execute this.
it's like the exhaustion, the fighting, this is like a whole spiraling. All the drugs I've been taking the past 3 sessions, it's all coming down to this.
Look,
I
if Kaido
am the
was
Tanner.
ever, look, if Kaido was ever gonna try to kill Otto, it's like, but I got you 2 prostitutes.
That's true. That's true, but Val has a mind of its own now.
It was like, well, Val would have enjoyed the prostitutes, but you sheeped them.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe he's
Actually, I don't know how. You know what? We're not going to get into the physics of that.
Val
What?
is currently silent, unless you were to actively
No, it's
telepathically
fine.
communicate.
I don't want him to be part of this mess. He would be so confused.
Kosar continues on. So, what we know is very limited. Several months ago, we received a letter saying that there was blackmail material plus evidence of it. We were instructed to make monthly payments. Each payment is to be delivered and is kept in a hidden location within the actual temple in the inner city. Now, we staked out the temple itself to see who came and collected it, but the temple would shut, kicking out everyone but the priestesses there. And then when it would open in the morning, the blackmail money was gone. So somebody with access to the temple, who can either enter in freely or can sneak in, but we've been unable to determine who. So, I will pay you, let's say, 600 for removing our blackmailer, and another 600 if you can successfully recover the actual blackmail material.
1,200 gold each. That's insane.
I did not
Guys.
say each.
Oh.
Should I take it that
out of character? It's been so long since it came out like that.
We had to bring it back. Just like the ID badge will come back eventually, so don't be surprised. It will happen. Maybe a year from now, maybe 2, but it will happen.
Now, are you the group leader? He points to you, Kaido.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna interrupt him before Kaido tosses him. He is most assuredly not the leader of anything.
You know, like when you feed a baby a lot and he has like baby spittle. Because I'm just in a horrible case and I just had some tea. Right when he says that, I get super nervous.
Yeah,
I'm about to say yes, but instead a little bit of tea spittle comes out, and I go, oh, and that's when Otto interrupts.
He's like, he most assuredly isn't.
I got nervous. Sorry, guys.
He's had a long night.
Yeah.
Very well then. Now, I'm also going to need you to, as part of your cover story, plant some material that will frame one of the priestesses for blasphemy.
Oh. Anti-blackmail.
Which
reverse
is
blackmail.
Yes. Anyway, this will ensure that you have a cover story if you get caught infiltrating the temple in any way, shape, or form. So, I'm going to give you a few things. He slides over. It's a little leather-bound journal kind of thing. Here is the material that you are to plant in the room or on the persons of a specific priestess who has the name Nazana. She is a candidate we don't care about and is most likely to be believed to be a blasphemer. So, we selected her as the target for this. Also, he slides over a little, it's like vellum and written in Undercommon, very colorfully printed. Here is a pass to the inner city. If you show this to the guards, it will let you through, and it will let you bypass the magical measures that guard the entrance to the inner city. I should warn you, once you pass through, it begins a countdown on this, lasting only 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Now, of course, I could provide a second pass after your 24 hours go through, but it would eat into your profit. So just keep that in mind. As I do actually have to pay for these.
A timed blackmail mission with a secondary objective of reverse blackmail. Guys,
Reverse black.
this is awesome. I love this city, except for the whole slavery thing. But I love this city, except for the whole slavery thing.
Yes. Anyway, the monthly payment is being placed into the temple in the next couple hours. So I'd highly recommend you use that as a jumping point for your investigation.
All right. Well.
Oh, and one more thing. In the outer city, you've dealt mainly with the guard, correct?
Mm.
Within the inner city, all security is handled by the Shamarath, the actual standing army for this city. And while I'm sure you were quite adept at dealing with those young blades there, it would behoove you not to cross them.
What was their name again?
The Shamarath.
The Shamarath.
Yes, the Shadow Legion. They're the standing army of the city here.
Wow.
The Sharmouth.
Sharmath.
Sharmouth.
Okay, and my question out of character is Nazana's Nazana.
I will place it in the chat.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go. Nazana.
Okay.
Nizana.
Nizana, okay.
Yep. Yes. She's a third step priestess, working her way up to second step.
I might have missed it when you said it earlier. How much was stolen from there? You said something was. Did I miss it? Did you say something was stolen from the temple, or no?
No, it's not stolen from the temple.
They're being blackmailed for money. They pay the payment in the temple. The temple gets
yes,
and then somebody picks up the money.
Gotcha. So yeah, so somebody picked up the money.
We have a "while you were there" intrigue that we're using as our cover story for what we're actually doing there.
Anyway, so we are told to hide the blackmail money within a specific alcove within the temple itself. And then when the daily prayers are done, the temple closes to all who are not allowed in. This is only for the priestesses and select few members. So you would be, of course, informed you need to leave. But I imagine it may... Well, I'll leave this investigation up to you for whatever path you choose. Simply, this must never come back to the group I represent.
Okay.
That's the most important part of it. If you fail, well, that one's on you. You just won't get paid. Oh, and if you get caught doing anything illegal, the Sharmouth will cut you down.
Correct.
But that's why I'm offering so much money.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
Very good.
We are absolutely going to need a pregame rundown probably next session of our intrigue subplots, because we're doing all of this for the other half.
Yep. Hey. The city,
Get some drow shit.
Lethalgroth you're in is the City of Shadows.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm still in a dazed state dream here.
This is normal.
The
But,
tea is very good.
I'm not 1,000% sure everything that just happened the past 30 minutes is actually real or just a very vivid dream. But I'm gonna go along with it.
we'll regroup and set to work.
You know, I always get the feeling that, like, in Kaido's head, he's constantly just in, like, the movie Mandy.
Yep. Yep.
There's just Kaido's just seeing like a goblin vomiting like mac and cheese on the kids. He's like, oh, cheddar goblin.
I just always like believe like Kaido's like internal monologue is just constantly going and be like, oh no, they're looking at me, I think they're waiting for an answer, and he just like wasn't paying attention the whole time. I was like, why is everybody looking at me? Kaido, they're talking to you. Are you gonna say something? Yes. We'll take 2.
They're discussing the Kaido human sacrifice. He's like, yes, we'll take 2.
To go. What?
That's
What are we talking about? All right.
Anyway, Ksar just says to you, well, now that that's been hashed out, you can always ask the hostess if you need to speak with me again. I may not necessarily be here, but I have my ways of finding out if you need to get in contact. So just simply reach out to her, and she will be able to get in contact with me. Now, good. I'm glad we have an agreement. It's should mention before you go to the inner city, you may want to clean up some of that spittle on your face. It's certain dress code
sorry.
within there.
No, you're absolutely right. I didn't even notice it. It's this just after a fight, I got punched in the chest really hard. It's a little bit of
I saw. I was actually sure you were going to die.
His acidic reflux just really kind of kicked in there. But you have a keen eye into thinking that I was the leader of the more spittle comes out. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Stop talking.
Little does everyone know Aurora is the leader.
He's the broken part of the Broken Hills.
Yes, of course.
The sharpest.
Anyway.
Well, you are doomed.
I will leave you to investigate this, and if you do well on this, I can help you with other jobs as well. I have a number of issues that are occurring that I need certain groups who are very good at violence to solve. But this is a more immediate concern.
Okay.
I have a suspicion, but it kind of plays into what we'd be doing anyway. Graham is keeping this to himself, just kind of playing the cool. Playing the cool.
Playing the cool.
Real cool.
And if you need a reminder, the orc man who's helping the slaves had asked you to find the actual sales information.
Yeah, the bill of sales, which
Yep.
we can find in the inner city, which we've now got an excuse to get into.
Wow. The layers, I can't keep track. I need more string.
Kassar, watching Kaido vomit up a little, quickly makes his way out of the room, shuts the door behind him.
Well, forward progress. We should probably get you home.
I would really like that. I would really like that a lot.
So would we, buddy.
All right, let's go.
We just leave him in his room.
That would be really nice, actually. I do need some sleep.
I'll send 2 girls for you later.
No, please. In one night break, please.
Yeah, I assume it'll be the equivalent of like mid-afternoon by the time we're done with this meeting.
More like early-ish morning.
Okay.
You've done a fight relatively early in the morning.
We did a fight first thing in the morning.
I was excited.
So this would be surface world wise. You would imagine this would be like just before lunch.
Okay.
That's not unheard of.
Yeah.
I mean, some people, drink coffee to get woken up in the morning. Some people watch a blood sport.
Some people
participate
compete in
blood
one.
sport.
Like you do.
Some people compete in one after an orgy.
I'm gonna guess we don't have time for a proper long rest before we got to get. looking for
He
the dead
told
drop.
you that the blackmail money was going to be dropped off at the temple in a couple of hours. So you figure you
Okay.
have like 2 hours.
I'm going to take a 2-hour nap.
A short rest is definitely in order.
Yes, it won't help my exhaustion, but at least I won't be
Mostly
on death's
winning.
door.
So short rest.
You've been playing Darkest Dungeon?
Yes. I'm liking Darkest Dungeon too. Not
Oh,
to
I haven't played it yet.
change the suggestion.
Hang on, I want to do.
Yes, I would like to take a short rest. Yes. And
Where
I'd
are you
like to
taking
use
the
some
short
hit
rest?
dice. Back to our inn.
Yeah, it didn't take us long to get there.
Okay.
And
So
then-
yeah, you make your way back to the inn.
Making my way.
Downtown.
Kaido returns to, I assume, your suite.
Oh, absolutely.
Little does he know that the little gnome woman is waiting for him.
Ah!
Round 2.
I
He's
can't
fucking out of the
do
room.
it. I have to sleep.
Well, there's no gnome in there. There's nobody that you can see in the room.
Boop.
You notice that the sheets have been swapped out. The bed made.
Exercised.
The vomit on the ground has been cleaned up.
Sweet.
And yeah, I'm gonna burn hit dice to rest. Is that cool?
Yep. Yeah. So you have the hour's time to do your short rest. And yes, Kaido, the weakness you had felt from the crashing of your drugs is beginning to fade. You still feel exhausted, but you are no longer feeling weak like you were previously.
Oh, sweet.
Can
I'm
I
gonna use.
cook? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wait. My exhaustion's gone? Is that what you
No, you're not the exhaustion, but
Oh,
the drugs had a penalty to strength checks.
Oh, wow, that's terrible.
So,
The only
but by
reason I'm-
taking your short rest, the
valuable.
effect
Okay.
for it has
It's gone.
dissipated.
Sweet. All right, I'm using 4 short
All
rest
right,
die.
I actually have a
dice.
couple of dice left.
Dude, I hate this feat I got. I wish I could not have this feat.
Can I cook during the short rest?
your feet, but he only wants hands.
Fern would have time, but the problem is there's no like stove in the actual room itself.
Mhm.
You get campfire in the room. That'll work over well.
Yeah, just like a fire.
Yeah, this I got a feat that just doesn't help in any way.
What feed is it?
It's called durable.
He made a mistake.
Yeah, durable sucks. It's not supposed to be really for fighters. It's supposed to be for like mages and shit like that. It's useless for like fighters.
I don't actually remember what durable does. If I can,
It's
be honest.
like
If he
when you
rolls bad
reach
under a certain point, it gets him a reroll or something on it.
for a
Or
hit die. Yeah, you can increase. It is use the optional feat. Here it is.
Oh, when you roll a hit dice to regain hit points, the minimum number of hit points you regain from rolls equals twice your con.
Yeah, which is useless for a fighter.
Yeah, it could definitely be. I guess it's okay if you like roll bad, but
It only hits if you roll a 1. Even if I roll a 2, it doesn't really help me in any way.
the minimum number. Yeah, because you're rolling. Okay.
I don't know. I just read it online. I'm probably gonna go for the toughness feat is probably what I would want to go for. But yeah, this durable feat sucks.
All right.
I have learned my mistake.
What else is going on?
The GM, he might give you a do-over.
Yeah,
We'll
I'll talk to Ian at some point and see if we could do something like that. I think changing
We'll
from durable to toughness is way too big of a buff, though.
We'll discuss this when we talk about Kaido more.
Yeah.
So just let me know when you want to do that. But while this hour is passing, you hear a knock at the door. Not Kaido, who is busy, I assuming sleeping it off in his bed.
Yes, absolutely. Didn't even change out of his clothes. Nothing. Uh, Val is still by his side, and he's just assed out. And you know that spittle, a little bit of his on his pillow right now, as he's drooling in his sleep.
Kaido's sheets, nice silk sheets, are beginning to get stained with blood and gore.
Stained
from...
more, but yeah.
They're gonna charge you a dry cleaning fee.
Trust me, you don't need to starch any of these.
But Graham hears a knock at the door. Everybody in the one room.
All right, let's get the door.
There is a drow woman standing there.
Howdy.
Hello. Before your eyes, the drow form disappears, and you see the familiar face of Dupla.
Ah. Howdy.
So, can I come in?
Go ahead. Graham will let her in.
She comes inside, shuts the door. You know, that was a mistake. What if I was a vampire?
True.
Anyway, you asked me
You're not a
to...
vampire?
I am not a vampire. Although vampires in the Underdark do quite well with no sunlight. I see I have shocked you all into silence. Don't worry.
I was contemplating how he's gonna have to fight a vampire now.
Vampires are illegal within the city.
Oh, good. There surely won't be anything.
Vampire control.
It's every drow's right to be able to have one or more vampires. All right. Just make sure it doesn't get into a school. All right. Well, you asked me all to watch and make sure you weren't being followed. And I have successfully determined that you are being followed. Okay. Of course, you met with the person who was following you previously.
That be the fellow in the plain clothes?
Believe he goes by the name Kosar.
Hmm.
I suppose the term would be cutout, a go-between for some of the minor houses in the inner city. A neutral party who ensures minor houses are able to hire disposable, deniable assets for their various games they play in there. Even it's difficult for me to get into the inner city, so I couldn't tell you. I've also noticed you've been being observed by a number of the various slaves and indentured servants in the city itself. No one's strictly following you, but they've been keeping your eye on you and reporting back to unknown contact within the actual slave district.
Okay. It's about what I expected.
I got interrupted here, so I missed like the beginning part. Just give me an abridged version.
The slaves are keeping an eye on us, and the guy we just met with has been keeping eyes on us.
I've also heard various grumblings from some of the young blades for what occurred in the arena.
They likely to jump us then?
Possibly. And of course, there's a rumor going around that your friend there is a Flayed One cultist, also illegal in the city. So, I would recommend perhaps not skinning anyone anymore, as it has a tendency to be frowned upon.
I'm a social skinner.
Jesus Christ!
You're welcome.
I was muted.
Why do we let things like that slide, guys? Why do we let... shame, Matthew.
The Newsweek interview is going to have a field day with this.
Well, that's what I found. So I hope it's been up to your expectations for hiring me.
It's most likely going to get a little more interesting before much longer. Now that we've made a name for ourselves in the arena and we're
Well, let's not get too
taking
ahead of
advantage.
yourselves. You're a disposable asset.
Sure, but if you're going to send somebody after that, you'd probably keep an eye on them.
If you fail, it's considered the price of doing business. Of course, once you go into the inner city, it's almost entirely drow and indentured service. So you are going to stick out like a sore thumb. But you're not the only mercenaries in there, so don't be too alarmed.
Dentured servants? They all lost their teeth?
Oh my god.
Kaido's not there, so this is
In
not
his
something.
sleep.
I just said it in my sleep.
No laugh out of character.
So Dupla will not respond to Kaido's, considering he's on a completely different floor.
Shocked into silence. Fucking cats.
Well, anyway, that's my report for the day.
Thank you. We'll be interested in retaining your services further.
You know my prices.
I do know the prices. What were they?
Ian doesn't remember, so he's going to be checking the VODs.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I record everything.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I will be keeping an eye on you all to make sure that you are presumably, preferably not assassinated.
You try to avoid it.
Very important in my business. I highly recommend it.
Pro tip, don't die.
Well, I have a few other cases I got to work on, so I'm not going to be able to actually keep an eye 100% on you all, but I will do my best to make sure that you aren't followed, and if somebody does attack you, I'm assuming you can defend yourselves. I'll just make sure that it's not a surprise attack to the best of my abilities.
Appreciated. And see you for our next report.
Very good. Anyway, I'm going to be keeping an eye around the hotel, as I actually have a few other things I need to sort out. So you may, but you probably won't see me around.
Bon voyage.
With that, she transforms back into her drow form and leaves the room.
Okay. Well, it's something.
While this is going on, an hour passes. Kaido, you awaken from your nap as Val telepathically communicates. Kaido, wake up.
Ah, yes.
What if the halfling was the investigator that Kaido had?
I believe changelings can actually swap between small and medium creatures, so that could theoretically be a thing. That might actually be true.
More to the backstory.
You
Kaido,
need to work on your waking up etiquette, Val. Yes, I'm awake.
would you prefer I sang you a song, Kaido?
I mean, are you offering or are you just
I'm
He's mocking
not.
you.
I'm mocking you,
mocking
Kaido.
me like you've been hanging out with Otto a little too much? But yes, I'm awake.
Good. There's someone at the door for you. They've been knocking for the past couple moments.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't even hear that. All right, I'll go and answer the door.
Standing at the door is a drow woman, tall, long black hair. She's wearing very fine clothes, jewelry. She has a very fine kind of golden chain necklace that's kind of hugging her neck. She is holding a book in her hand.
I'm so sorry. I'm just really tired today. Maybe come back tomorrow night. I'm exhausted. But
I'm
you look
not a
wonderful.
I'm not a prostitute, Kaido.
Oh,
Please allow
how
me
do
to
you know
introduce
my name?
myself. Let me introduce myself. We met previously, but you were slightly unconscious at the time.
Ah,
My name is Anya Kind. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
pleasure to meet you again.
May I come in?
Yes, of course. Please. I try to kick around some of the laundry that's around and just try to make it neat. There's like a half-eaten slice of like food. I'm like, oh my God, let me put that to the side, but then I just nibble on it a little bit. Ugh, it's a little stale. Yes, please take a seat.
She looks to the bed, stained. I prefer to stand, if that's all right with you.
No, that's me too. I love standing.
Kaido, I
Yes.
am an information broker.
Mm-hmm.
I think you are the kind of person who needs some information, correct?
Yes. Yep. Let's break that information.
Well, very good. So, if you're quite happy, I can make a deal with you. I'm
Okay.
willing to trade information. Now, I believe you've met with a gentleman within the city here who is willing
Yes.
to hire you to find a certain blackmailer.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad. So, I could be quite willing to provide you this information. Of course, I would need a few things from you first.
Good. Good. Listen, this seems very important, and as much as I am the leader of this group, I feel like I'm not the best equipped for a lot of these big words you're saying. Like you kind of lost me at information broker. Um, what are we breaking exactly? Uh, so I think it would be in my best interest to continue this conversation with some of my party members. Yes.
Sadly, your party members have been resistant to working with me.
Oh.
They were perhaps a bit paranoid. You see, they're a bit on the, how should I say, they're, well, paranoid side. Kind of, they don't really have the necessary wherewithal to understand what is required to actually succeed in this endeavor. I think you'd
Wherewithal.
agree. And of course, you would be the correct person to go to. I mean, you strike me as a rather intelligent sort of person.
Wherewithal, yeah.
You And now, Kaido, as the leader of your group, why would you actually need to conference with them?
Because a good leader
Does
does
not listen to
does
his
not
underlings because otherwise they would be the leader.
wherewithal. I'm gonna go ahead and keep using that like I know what it means. I'm gonna use it like it means concur. I concur with you. Wherewithal indeed. Miss Drow, was it?
It's Anya Kind.
Kind? It's in your name. How could we not trust you?
Exactly.
However, I have been told in the past that I am too trusting. My sword tells me that all the time. So,
Yes. Actually, I know a lot about your sword as well, if you're interested.
You know a lot about Val?
Yes, Valor's Edge.
Oh. Oh. What can you tell me about what can you tell me more about Val?
I could tell you all sorts of things in exchange for, well, I accept a variety of different trades. If you have any information I don't know, I would be very happy to learn that. I also take favors from you to me. And I know what you're thinking, so no. And I also accept magic items.
Magic items, favors, I give her a quick wink. And then the third one was
information. I'm an information broker.
Because you break them. That's right.
Yes.
Wherewithal indeed.
Exactly.
Let me. So I think this is really important. The fact that you know about Valor's Edge is really enticing to me here. Your last name being Kind, I think, is also a big green flag in this scenario. Did you tell my group that? I feel like if you really led with that, a lot of them would probably just go ahead and abandon that paranoia.
Oh, sadly, they seemed resistant for the simple fact that I introduced myself in, and this was personally my fault, so I can understand completely. I introduced myself in a way that induced a bit of concern for them. They were traveling to the city, and I made my presence known too strongly. In my defense, they had come across me at an inopportune time, but I think now.
Wrong place, wrong time. I know. I get it. I get it.
So,
Okay, so yes, information. I'm going to be going on some exciting quests,
mm-hmm,
so I can collect information that you may be seeking,
mm-hmm.
and in exchange, um, I scratch your back, you scratch my back.
See, I feel like you're accepting that phrase literally, and it's
No,
not
no,
how
no,
I
no.
mean it.
I understand nuance. Like I understand nuances. I'm
Yes,
pretty
wherewithal.
wherewithal with it. Yes, exactly. Correct. Wherewithal. Yes, it's a withal, but
Where?
actually, Piffle, one of our friends, was bit by a were before. So I definitely know about wherewithal.
Yes, I heard of that. It was quite
I think he
exciting.
was actually going through where withdrawal, but that's completely different.
I'd see it was more closer to puberty, but
Yes. Yes.
hair growing in
Correct.
places you don't expect and all that.
Yes, you get it. I mean, I presume you get it. Listen, moving along, I still think we should. I will. What kind of information are you looking for? So
Well,
I can.
I'm interested in anything because anything could be useful to me. Specifically, well, I don't know the name or origin of the Shaper, which I believe you're investigating. Although,
Mhm.
if I put my mind to it, I could find that information out if you were willing to make a trade with me.
Okay, I would like to do something, but I need to look at it first before I do something. And
And
that something is fuck.
it is
If
fuck.
something I want to do is visual and somatic, so this person's gonna know. Never mind. Um, okay, I will keep my ears and eyes out for any kind of information, especially with the case that we are working,
Mhm.
and I will make sure to relay whatever I find out to you. How can I get in contact with you after this point?
Oh, well, simply ask for Anya Kind. Doesn't really matter to who, I'll find out. And
Okay.
I will get in contact with you. Just
Okay.
mention it to a few people here or there. Or write a note that says, Anya, please get in contact with me, Kaido, and place it somewhere secret.
Okay. All right. Okay, I can do that. I
Oh,
will.
and I should
Yeah.
mention, you probably don't want to discuss my visit to you to your associates. I mean, as the leader, why would you even bother telling them? They don't need to know. Your underlings and all that.
Interesting. Yes,
It's
for sure.
and
I
unless of course you aren't the leader.
No. I knew your last name was kind. I just wasn't aware that your middle name was insightful. So now that I know that, I will definitely take what you have said into consideration. The only thing that keeps me in this is that you know a lot more about Val than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Val is not much of a sharer, you see. I put both of my ears on each side of his hilt, uh, as if it's his ears, so I don't want him to hear. He's not much of a sharer, and I really do want to know what his backstory is and how things have been going with him. And if you have that information, that is priceless to me. Um, but until then, we'll see.
Very well. I mean, if you don't have any information you're willing to or able to share, or any magic item you'd be willing to part with, I would certainly accept a favor.
Honestly, I'm just coming out of a pretty severe bender, so this favor is really highly dependent on what it is. Is it one of those where if I ask, I must do it, or can I know what it is before I accept?
Well, I was like making a deal, but the favor itself would be me coming to you because I don't really know what I want you to do just yet.
Oh, so you want a blank check, is what you're
Well,
saying? One that you can cash in at any time
yes.
for my elite services.
I would consider to be proportional to what I provide.
Okay. Um, I'll tell
Something
you
for
what.
your
When you
consideration.
yes, I will consider it. When you can think of what you need, you can approach me. You can write a note to anyone. Say, I'm looking for Kaido. This is Miss Kind. Anybody at all, you let them know, and I will find you. Wherewithal.
Yes. And I'm
Okay.
assuming a happenstance such as yourself would appreciate the connections of
Happenstance.
opportunities that I can provide. A certain misdirection you are, I see.
Yep. No, I'm. Kaido is now intimidated with the use of happenstance. Wherewithal was one thing, but happenstance now, I'm getting a little antsy. Very well. Thank you, Mrs. Kind. Miss Kind?
Yes.
Is it Miss or Mrs. Kind?
Just whatever you prefer. It doesn't strictly matter to me.
So it's not serious. I see. Okay. So thank you so much for your time. And I
I
will
suppose
definitely...
if you truly wish to be respectful, you could call Madam Kind.
Oh. Or maybe Mademoiselle Kind. You know what? I'm not going to pull on that. Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, and enjoy the peculiarities, Kaido.
I will. I will, with all my happenstance.
Wherewithal, Kaido.
Thank you. With all to you as well. I
She
think that went well.
leaves the room.
There's an aura of
Crushed
confidence
it.
coming out of Kaido right now. Wow, look at me. My vocabulary is A+. Can't wait to share this with Graham.
And, out of character, was Kaido there for when we actually met her?
Yeah, he was unconscious on Charlie.
Okay, I just couldn't remember.
I had a
He's
dream.
typically
Sorry,
unconscious.
neither could he.
I almost feel like I snickered when you heard a knock at the door, and I had to mute myself because I was probably gonna be blamed for something else.
I mean, you still could get blamed for something
I mean,
else.
I'm sure I could, but I wasn't gonna get blamed for that.
Okay.
But yes, the door shuts to your suite.
Oh, dangerous electrical stuff.
Kaido. is
Can
alone with
I
Al.
really quickly, right when the door closes, I would like to use a detect magic.
Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to. I think it goes through walls and shit. I just wanted to see if she had any magic on her, or if I could detect anything coming off of her. Maybe she's in a disguise or something. I don't know.
The best part is you have no idea.
Yeah, you. What's the name of it? Yeah, you don't see anything magical on her.
I don't detect any magic coming off of her at all in any way.
Not that detect magic would determine.
Gotcha.
Unless I can. Actually, let me just double check something very quickly.
It just says presence of magic within 30 feet, and it can go through 3 feet of wood, 1 inch of metal, 1 foot of stone.
Actually, I believe.
You
Okay,
learn the
that's what it
school of
was.
magic.
Okay, you can sense it. Okay, so actually, that's not just magic items. Then yes, you would be able to determine there is magic around her.
What school of magic?
Let me go look up the spell.
Illusion.
Probably. Nope. Transmutation.
I mean, well, maybe she has magic clothes that shift with her or something. Oh, for fuck's sakes, cats.
If she has 2 middle names. One of them is liar.
I feel like as the leader of this group, you should know this.
Wait, what?
I feel like as the leader of this group, you should know this.
I think I think the pets are the leaders of this group, like Charlie and Aurora.
And
They're
my
leading.
cat's constantly interrupting.
Yeah, we should get more narration of what Charlie is doing.
Charlie, I believe, is currently at a stable you had hired for him.
That's good. Seems like a safe place.
I'll check on him
You're
later.
gonna
He's
wake
in
up
the-
next to an ostrich head when we cross the drow mountain.
Some meat snacks.
We think we put him in a stable. He's actually at a glue factory.
Oh no!
He's the shaper.
All along.
No, they
Wow.
sent him to the glue factory
That
to
would
be
be
a
mind-blowing.
factory worker, and they don't have a union.
My God.
And technically, he's like only a few years old, so he'd be a child laborer.
That's horrifying.
Dickens out of 10. Fucking pets, god damn.
All right. So yes, you are able to determine that Anya Kind is using transmutation magic.
Got it. Well then, what a peculiar happenstance we are in. The only time he ever uses it correctly is when nobody is around to hear it. But every other time he just uses it terribly. Oh man, that's awesome.
Val speaks up. Kaido, it's not that I won't tell you. I can't remember about my origins.
Well, do you know anything about a Mrs. Kind? She knows a lot about you, apparently.
I do not, but Kaido, if I can be honest with you, I would not trust her.
Oh yeah? What gave it away? Is it the lying magic that's seeping off of her? Is that what gave that away? Thanks, Val.
It's not, no, although, and I should mention, Kaido, that members of your group also have magic that can do that. If they truly wish to.
It's the first time I'm hearing this. Okay. So
Look at your talking bag, for one.
True.
But
Miss
Kind
Kind
of-
is
she strikes me as, and I can't say for sure, but she strikes me as very untrustworthy. I would recommend not utilizing her assistance.
Do you think we should tell the
Yes,
group?
obviously, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't think it was that obvious, to be honest with you, but okay. All right.
But I'm going to tell you, if you do tell them, and I am only your sword, so I can only provide
More than a sword,
guidance
Val.
to you, but I believe if you were to tell them, she most likely would not contact you again. So if there is anything you wish to find out,
Well, we need to find out more about you, so I feel like that is important.
then don't tell them. But my advice would be to tell them and to avoid learning about me, because I believe this is to be too great of a cost. However, I'm going to leave this up to you, as you are the wielder.
Okay. This is a heavy decision.
I trust
It
you,
is.
Kaido. I trust you make the right choice in this matter.
The first time anybody's ever said that non-sarcastically. I will think about it and make a good decision. I want the team to know, but I think it's also important we know about you. I don't know. I'll weigh the options.
Well, I suppose once the bell is rung, it can't be unrung, but you could always tell them at a later time if you deem it necessary.
Maybe I'll just ask them for help. Maybe I'll tell them, hey, this person has information on you. Is there any way we could double cross her? Make her think that we're not working with you, but we are working with them, and I don't know.
She
I'll have to
seemed
think of it.
pretty on the ball about gathering information, Kaido. I don't know if
That
that's within your capabilities.
I don't know. Her vocabulary was pretty intense. It's a good thing that I understood everything she was saying, of course. But
Yes, of course.
yeah. Okay. All right. Let's meet up with everybody else.
Very good.
I will go and see what everyone else is doing.
Been to the rooms before, so you're able to find the two rooms right across the hall from each other.
Good afternoon. How's everyone doing?
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything, okay? I didn't do anything. At that moment, Kaido made the decision that he wasn't going to tell the group shit. Fuck these people. Wherewithal. So I had a friendly visitor, not that kind of friendly visitor, but another friendly visitor. Well, who knows? Let's keep that open. Maybe it could be more than just friends. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is I had a friendly visitor, a drow lady called Miss Kind.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I believe we discovered she's actually a demon or a devil.
Fiend, I think, right?
Yeah.
You're able to determine she was a fiend, not what kind of fiend specifically.
I did pick up some kind of illusion magic or type of transmutation magic coming off of her. So yes, she's definitely hiding her appearance. But listen, more importantly, she needs information. She breaks information, apparently, according to her. I think she's confused about her own job, but I don't want to really get into that right now. But anyways, she breaks mass amounts of information, and she needs more so she can continue breaking it. And she needs it specifically on this case we're working on. Now, whoa. I know the reaction. I could tell by your faces. But she has valuable information on Valor's edge. By the way, that's Valor. Val, say hi.
The sword says nothing to them, although you do hear in your mind, hello.
See? So well spoken. So
I'm just looking at Kaido the whole time, just like with a an inquisitive look.
I'm literally not giving him a chance to. I know what you're gonna say. But just hear me out.
Nobody's expression is changing.
We're just all looking at you.
Everybody is like, no.
It's like a
no.
kid that made a really big mistake, and he's like, "But listen to why I did this,
yes,
guys."
Yes, exactly.
It just pans across everybody's faces, then it goes to Hank. Let him cook.
Hank's got the same look too.
Yeah. So this is really important. Val doesn't remember, and he doesn't want our team to be in trouble, so he's saying we shouldn't go after it, but I know better. I think we should. And what part of being a team is not helping each other out? And Val's part of the team. Stop looking at me like that, guys. Listen. All right, let me start from the beginning. So, and I just keep going on a rant to try to convince the team that we should double-cross this lady somehow if it was possible. This fiend who has information on Val.
You know, we don't have to make enemies on purpose. It'll happen, but we don't have to help.
You know what? I think that Hank should make the decision for you.
We're gonna let our bag of holding make a huge decision like this?
I mean,
I trust Hank implicitly.
I mean, theoretically speaking, if we scored our abilities to do things on a scale of 1 to 20, I'm sure he's far more likely to make a more reasonable.
Guys, I think we're suffering from very severe vitamin D deficiency from not seeing the sun for a very long time. Because,
let's ask Hank's opinion. Hank, do you think Kaido should trust this kind person?
Huh? What? Kind? Yeah, they're fine.
There you go. Hank has spoken.
Hank, I knew you always had my back.
You shut up. Yeah, you suck.
Okay, you know what? I'll take it. It's okay.
Hank returns to sleeping.
All right. Well,
you do whatever you want as long as you don't drag us into your mess.
Well, this is like a joint thing. I think if I slip, we're all kind of getting, slipped in here. So I need us all to be on the same page.
What I'm saying is, if you decide to do favors or whatever for this person, it is your favor to return and not ours.
At the same time, she is an asset. She could be very helpful to us. We just got to play our cards real close.
Right. So if you decide to do her a favor later, it's your favor, not ours.
Okay. That's the reassurance I needed.
You hear the thought in your head from Val. Say to them wherewithal. That might help.
I like that we've broken the sword. He's gotten all catty now.
Wherewithal.
Do you even know that?
I say it with a lot of confidence.
What does it mean, Kaido? Because I just don't think you know that word.
Illiterate. I don't have the time to teach you.
So you don't.
I don't
know.
have the happenstance to go into it.
You don't know anything about it. All right. So I pretty much know exactly what your capabilities are of handling your situation.
His vocabulary is that of a photosynthesis.
Correct. I see you are also well read, Graham.
So you're a man of culture as well. Well, did Kaido mention any of the stuff about her telling him like, don't tell the rest of the group?
Yeah, sure. I would have said she was a little bit sketchy. She didn't want to like share it with the group.
She really wants you to keep this 3D printer contract, but is just offering you nothing you need for it.
Fuck you, Emily Turkin. Stupid bitch. It's the main reason why I'm not gonna do business with her, because she's so fucking annoying.
I don't know this person, but she sounds
She's like
annoying.
a 3D printing representative. She just hits me up all the time, and I told her like, shut the fuck up. Like, let me think about it.
Well,
And now that she's hit me up like 5 times, I'm just out of spite. I'm just not gonna go with her.
interesting. I will
Yes.
say Anakind is not that annoying. She is better than Emily, human creature.
Yes.
God damn you, Emily, human creature.
Anyway, all weird vocabulary that Kaido doesn't actually understand.
Is what?
I said outside of all the weird vocabulary that Kaido's trying to use that he doesn't understand. Yeah, just don't bring us into any of your deals. Then you do whatever you want, buddy.
Listen, guys, this is a serious thing. We've been questing for about how long has it been in game?
Like 3 months.
We've been questing for 3 months across
Maybe 4.
the world here. How are we gonna have situations in the campaign with all of us together where repercussions are only gonna be split apart? There's gonna be a moment you're gonna ask us to go to fucking hell with you to go save your wife. What are we gonna say? Peace out, Otto.
I mean,
Have
you
a
ran
good
away
one.
at the first chance that you had to do it. So yeah, I
Is
actually
what?
expect that from you.
Is what?
You ran away at the first chance to go to hell.
Oh, we had a chance to go to hell? I don't even
Yeah,
remember that.
you and Lucian kind of ran away. All of
Oh.
a sudden, it was like but.
Oh, I don't remember that at all. Well, I
Oh.
must have been drunk.
I mean, you've been drunk for like 3/4 of the adventure.
Hey, it happens. Alcoholism is a problem. Look, it's great. It's taking Graham session by session.
Graham just looks up from his flask.
We all love you and we're all here for you. This was an elaborate intervention. There is no
This would
kind.
be my second PC to have an intervention.
Oof.
This whole thing has just been Graham's intervention. Sharp comes out. Graham, we've all been worried about you.
The whole thing, 3 months worth. But yeah.
Anyway,
okay.
and then it's like anyway, we have to go get this ogre or this hill giant or whatever, and that's where Chungus gets one shot again.
I miss Chungus.
Oh boy.
This whole adventure is just a dying dream. You're still at the
Look what
ogre.
they did, my boy. Okay. All right.
Well-
Let's just play it by ear. How about that?
Well, thank you for coming to us and letting us know she told you not to.
Yeah, I'm not great at keeping secrets to begin with, so it's not like it was gonna stay with me for that long. Right when she told me you can't tell anybody, I was like, okay, got it.
Hey guys, look what I did.
Must tell everybody. I might actually just tell the innkeeper as well, just to
What
let
if
people know.
she knew you were going to tell us anyway because you're terrible at keeping secrets?
Reverse psychology is probably a possibility, but judging from her poor vocabulary usage, I don't think she's really that smart
I like
enough
how
for
his
that.
story changes in the midst of the telling.
Oh god.
Alright, well, we've got a whole lot of circles within circles, and right now we have a dead drop to intercept, I guess.
So what's our first move? Do we want to talk to? Oh god, I forgot her name. Hold on. Nizana?
No, we want to go into the inner city with that timed pass we got.
The 24-hour pass. Okay.
Yeah. This is going to need somebody who's sneaky. The entire party should not go. That's going to be a stealth away team kind of situation. Maybe while the other ones check out the library for the slave records.
Let me say stealth away team.
I sure did.
Couple perks up.
Time to rob. I said that out of
Writing his crime novel.
He is
You see,
part,
he's got a,
Rainy day.
he is
got a
part of
couple
Team
of
Crime.
Anyway, during all those short rests and everything, I'm just gonna be working on my undercommon with that book.
Okay.
That's just FYI.
It'll be day by day, but
Yeah.
you slowly learn Undercommon through it.
Yeah, and if anything, I'll use it as a translator, I guess.
Okay.
Very slowly.
Could attempt to use it to make intelligence rolls to try and translate on the fly, but it'd
Yeah.
be slow going and very
Yeah, I figured it'd be something like that.
yeah, and it might not be precise.
It's easier as I use it more.
LARPing fluency.
Oh, well.
You just need. I don't even
Look,
know what
we're gonna have
Duolingo
somebody
and
take
the Underdark would be.
that actually knows what they're talking about.
It would be duo just with no notes. Like, you haven't been keeping up on your Dwergar. You know what happens next. My lord, the alarm spell has been breached.
They just get an owlbear to fuck you up.
That's the duo of the Underdark. Oh, that's a beautiful idea.
A green owlbear. All right.
They just paint him, like, painting the owlbear as a temp position that's open every week.
All right. So Otto is studying his Undercommon book. What's everyone else doing? Oh yeah, Fern, did you want to try and find like a stove to go and cook food?
Yes.
All right. So while this is going on, while Kaido is being
Better.
propositioned by a fiend,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all discussing this, Fern, you head downstairs. You know that this hotel does have food, so you suspect they have a stove or a fireplace of some measure.
Okay, I'll ask if I can use their stove.
The drow woman at the front. Sorry, that's for employees only. We would be. We wouldn't want you, of course, to visit here and have to do your own cooking.
But I love
have-
cooking.
But we have plenty of food if you wish for any. Just let us know. We'll bring some up for a modest fee, of course.
Okay, thank you.
You're quite welcome. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Very good. Well, do enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
What do you do now, Fern?
I don't know.
Start a campfire in the hotel room.
No, I'm not gonna.
Bear Grylls it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I was trying to get my chef bonuses for their short rest. I'm starting a campfire outside. No, just,
Well, you could certainly try.
I'm not gonna do that. I'll just order some food for everyone
Very good.
from the
Nice.
inn.
Very good. We'll have a tasting platter sent up to try different cuisine from the city.
Oh, that sounds great. Thank you.
So that will be a gold, please.
$1. Yes, very well.
That should be up in a few moments. Do enjoy
Thank you so
your
much.
stay. Yes, you're quite welcome, young rabbit girl.
Rabbit's creature.
Rabbits.
Magic helmet.
Fern heads back up to the room, or does she do something else?
She'll go back up to the room
Okay.
and tell everyone food's on the way.
Fern
Oh, thanks.
comes in right as Kaido finishes his story and his wherewithal.
That's a new thing I'm just gonna keep using. Wherewithal and happenstance.
That's like your legal defense.
Yes. It's equivalent to catch me if you cans, I concur.
Where
You
with
concur?
all
I concur.
stance.
All right.
Is it law? Just throwing that out there. I don't know. Sounded good.
Sounds
Is it
good.
what? What'd you say? Yeah.
Behold, the legal team.
Dum dum. I want that Law and Order soundbite.
So I would say maybe Fern and Fiffle can do the stealth part, and the rest of us can try to go hit up the library.
I'm just gonna look up from my book of Underdark and just say happenstance to Kaido, and then go back to it.
Happenstance indeed.
This is quite
Yeah, that sounds
wherewithal.
That sounds like a good
Dum,
plan.
dum, 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 dum.
After a few minutes, you hear a knock at the door.
Check it.
Outside is a bellhop. Has the silver collar around his neck and has a tray, a large metal tray. Food order?
Ah, thank you.
Comes into the room, places it down, lifts the lid, and underneath is a large selection of different kinds of foods. You see a number of they're like white blind fish that have been like chopped up, served raw with some little like leaves around them. You see a number of wriggling white worms. You see a selection of cooked meats you're not able to identify. You see mushrooms. It looks like a little kind of vegetable stew with some kind of stringy wheat kind of looking thing inside of it, and a number of other things, as well as a fluffy kind of peaked pink hued cream or foam of some kind.
Interesting.
Well, enjoy.
Thank you.
One of the worms wriggles out of the bowl it is in onto the plate.
Hmm. Hey, Kaido.
Yes.
Happenstance.
Breakfast.
Is what?
Breakfast.
Oh. Sweet. Thanks.
I just got the idea
Graham's
you just.
evaluating whether he wants to try it or not.
I'll just go. I'll just go straight in.
I honestly just had an image in my head of you all just looking at this plate and be like,
Yeah, I'm just gonna go eat. I'm not. It's not even gonna cross my mind that anything's wrong with it.
All right. Kaido, what do you start with? Or you just pick randomly?
I'll just pick randomly and I'll go.
You pick up one of the white fish that has been kind of wrapped in the leaves. It's got a very fishy flavor.
Yeah, fishy.
I'm allergic to shellfish. I actually am, but Kaido is not. Unless he's
It's
not.
funny.
Okay.
Roger Rabbit rules.
Guys, it looks good. Kaido's eye is bloated. His lip is like 15 shades of like a different color. It feels a little weird, but
Yes, it's
Full.
Very fishy. A good crunch from the leaves, which seem like they've been dried and before wrapped around it. Got a heavy spiced flavor to it. You're not really sure what spice could be, but it tastes very odd. Maybe an acquired taste, you would suspect.
I thought you were gonna just describe a delicious dish, and then you were gonna be like, "Now do a Constitution save."
Yes, Kaido, can you do me a Constitution save, please?
I'm so used to it by now. Yes, absolutely.
He's just
No,
developing digestion.
Yeah.
The funniest is we're like, okay, everybody do a con save except
Oh,
Otto,
no.
and you already know it's a disease.
Kaido, there was like a small fish bone, but you're able to fish it out from your teeth.
Ha.
That was a pun.
Yeah.
Aha.
Guys, I look around as everybody's just looking at him. Has it been 10 minutes yet? Is he still alive? Are you guys not hungry? Is it just
Right.
me eating?
Graham will start taking bits and pieces himself.
Graham grabs some of the unidentified meat. Looks to be some sort of a jerky. It's been dried and dehydrated. Very chewy. Reminds you a bit of chicken. Otto, you get some of the stew that has what looks to be kind of a red wheat inside of it. It's got a weird kind of almost cinnamon-esque taste to it. The stew itself kind of makes your lips and tongue tingle a little bit.
What kind of save do I need to do?
No, not safe. They're not trying to kill their guests.
Yet.
Oh, they're paid enough for it. That comes later.
I just heard the silence. Was like, okay, what kind of save do I need?
I kind of wanted Kaido to roll low on that con save, so somebody would have to give him the Heimlich maneuver.
Chokes on a chicken bone.
What's everybody else up to? Are you all trying from this plate or no?
Yeah, Fern will.
Fern takes some of the pink-hued whipped, like maybe a whipped cream or a custard. It's sweet. It has a sort of fruity flavor, but you're not really sure what kind of a fruit it came from. There's little pieces in it that kind of crunch on your teeth. Not like painful, more like a thin nut.
Interesting.
Who's giving us these fanciful desserts?
Fern ordered food for us in this.
Oh, this is from the.
From the inn.
Demanded
We got room service.
with it food and put it on Kaido's tab.
Yeah, I definitely eat some food.
I tab. I don't have that much money, guys. We're gonna get in a lot of trouble here.
Fivil, you grab some of the wriggling worms.
Yeah,
They are alive. They move in your hands. As you eat them, chewy, gummy. Have a very strong flavor that you would associate maybe with smoke.
Okay. Cool.
Darling.
And as you bite into them, you can they wriggle in your mouth, but you bite down, they stop, and then like the kind of inners of them flow out and give you that strong smoky flavor.
What if I swallow the bowl? They wriggle all the way down.
They wriggle all the way down. You can feel them for a bit within your stomach before they stop.
Cool.
Maybe Hank would like this.
Hank, you want some of these worms?
Yeah, give them here. Like a dog waking up from a nap because of food, just immediately snaps awake.
Damn, you just woke up? Holy shit. No,
You just see the tongue slop out of his mouth and just kind of lick his lips.
Dear God.
Just the bag of the mouth opens up. You see the teeth lining the edge sharp. Just come on, dump it in here, folks.
Get it in my mouth.
Watch your fingers.
Or don't.
Do you dump the food into Hank's mouth? The interior of the bag, where normally you can see what's inside of your mimic of holding, is just a dark void at this point. Well, don't keep me waiting. Dump it in.
Dumps in the food. Let's dump it in.
Yeah, I dumped it
Yeah.
in.
You dump in the remaining of the food. You just, as the food goes in, just the jaw snaps shut.
That's kind of
Alright.
cool.
That was good.
That's
That tasted good. Loud belch. Alright. Wake me when there's more food or you need somebody bitten.
No problem, Hank. They often coincide.
Title, feed him your hand.
Sorry, I need my hand. For multiple reasons, one of which is fighting.
What's the other reason?
Slapping.
Fighting.
Fighting.
Sometimes I need to fight.
Son, you're at the age where you're starting to be curious about rolling initiative. I want you to know that it's completely normal.
Sometimes I have urges to do dexterity rolls at night. Is this normal? Is my deity always watching me? Yes, he is.
Kind of stop rolling dice. You're gonna grow fur on your hands.
Oh no.
Only in Drow City.
Quit making con saves, Kaido. You're gonna get the blind condition.
Save does not end.
What does rolling a 1 mean right now? Oh no. Critical failure. Graham, quick! I need healing! I need healing immediately!
I think licensed therapists are the only ones who can cure that kind of damage.
I'm surprised Kaido isn't going to Graham to like confess his sins pretty much consistently, honestly.
I tried, but I'm kind
Like,
of worried about his
He
drinking
keeps doing it.
problem.
Graham keeps trying to explain to him that Eidos doesn't do confessionals, and he just keeps doing it anyway.
Right when he's like, right when Graham's trying to fall asleep. Kaido's like right next to him.
Father Graham, please don't call me Father
Yes.
Graham. Okay, Daddy Graham, no. Back up.
I did some just
I've
terrible
been very
things yesterday.
naughty.
Yeah. I don't want to hear about this. No, please, please. I must confess.
Alright. So what are you all doing now?
We gotta go to the inner city for the dead drop thingamajig.
Okay.
Mhm.
Go ahead and make a survival roll to find your way to the inner city.
Do we have advantage from the maps?
The map
They
is what
don't-
lets you even attempt to get to it. It would
Gotcha.
be up to one of you. I mean, you can work together, of course.
All right, Fern, it's time to have a sense of north, south, east, and west for us.
Beer bag.
Got it.
It takes a little bit of time, but you are able to get to the gate to the inner city. Where the outer city's walls were shorter and the entrance to them less guarded, merely acting as a separator and a fire break for the actual slave district. The inner city walls are a lot larger. Hold on a second. Oh, let me go. Ah, here we are. One second while I activate actual description. Yep, it's basically very tall. You'd probably put it at about 20 feet tall stone wall. Every couple dozen feet, maybe like 100 feet or so, is a watchtower kind of built into the wall itself. There are metal, just like kind of barriers across the top. You can see a number of guards walking along the actual curtain wall itself, and the gate that you arrive at is just a large kind of like gate entrance. Looking past it, you can see a faint shimmer of magic for it. You probably would have to walk a good 20 feet to go from the outer city to the inner city past it. If there's any defenses within it beyond whatever magic there is, you're not able to see it currently. There are a number of guards that stand out in front of it. As you approach one of the guards, you can see dressed in a very fine, dark plate comes up to you. Oh, do you have a pass to enter into the city?
Yes, we do. Present the pass.
He takes the pass from you. Very good. 24 hours. Be out before it expires. It will warn you before it does. If you aren't out before it expires, the magic of the inner city will force you out. He hands it back.
Oh, shit.
Understood.
Very good then. Cause no trouble.
I got nervous right when he said that. I don't know why.
I'm sorry, Dad.
I don't. I feel like I need to apologize. You haven't done anything. I just feel like I need to apologize.
This is a call out post.
This is about me?
Phil needs to be crying in the bathroom.
No, it's fine. It's just his break. He does that during his break. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no, that's
That's
because
it.
he finds it bracing.
Oh no.
All right, I guess in we get.
Okay. As you enter in through this one gate through to the inner city, you enter into a district that you can see wall to wall lined with a number of symbols that are more or less the same, slight variations to them. You also notice that this district you've entered into appears to just be sort of like its own separate district. You see where before the various city was kind of spread out, showing different kinds of districts, whether it be like mercantile or showing like libraries or like this one is small and appears to be self-contained. You get the feeling it's sort of a city unto itself in this one small district. You see a number of houses, a number of businesses. The other thing that strikes you is where before you saw a huge mix of different populations of drow, humans, orcs, dwarves, all sorts of different races. You were immediately struck that the entirety, or almost the entirety, of this inner city is drow citizens. You see drow men, women walking around, families, with the occasional indentured servant, easily identified by clothing that's better than the tatters of the outer city's slaves, but certainly no finery, and a silver collar around their throat.
It's
So
horrible.
this
They
is
collared
the
him in-
upper class area,
Yep.
like the riffraff in here.
Yeah.
Here. Stupid riffraff.
I think we're the riffraff. Okay.
At least we have our teeth.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Get these servants some dentures.
I'm so sorry. Not that you're a slave, but because you don't have
Your
a good
teeth
dental
could
plan.
be a little better.
Yeah.
It makes me feel uncomfortable. It's
Have
not.
you tried not smoking crack or whatever the fuck it is? Moon dust, not even once.
Haven't you been high the entire time? Because not even.
I wonder if I should be like, I should start the first ever dare campaign within this D&D session. Just go from town to town and talking about drugs. I used to take drugs. I was high all the time.
It
But
was
now
last
look at
week.
me. Now I'm sober, and life sucks, by the way. But I'm sober.
Kind of just go to the kids and it's like, man, I was on drugs all the time. I was getting constant adventures, sleeping with prostitutes,
I
getting
had a
lots of
magic
money.
talking sword.
Yeah. Wait, has that changed? No. I'm just spreading awareness of what I'm doing.
What was your adventures like? Oh, I was always high on drugs with hookers and blow.
Wasted. Yeah.
Why would we
Yeah.
want? Why would we not want that?
We fought a Hydra, but I'm not quite sure if that was a trip or not at this point. Our whole campaign has been pretty wonky.
It's kind of with you. Were you there when they went through like the tunnel of sewage?
No,
No,
he was
Ah.
he was not there.
I was wasted.
Yeah, among other things.
I was, if anything, adding on to the tower, to the tunnel of sewage. It's just Kaido just releasing his bowels into the bathroom, and then it's cut to the team. God
God.
damn! Oh my God! What the fuck?
He just left you at Rockfall.
Just like, oh man, that's hilarious.
God, the two-story outhouse. All right, but yes, you find yourself in this district. I mean, it's not small mind, but it's definitely tighter and more compact than the city you had previously been in.
It's like a city in a city.
You also notice that there are a number of walls within it that kind of honeycomb the area you're within. So you look to see that you are within one of the honeycombs.
Bees made this city. Giant bees.
All right.
God.
Well, let's look for postings. We have a couple people who can read Undercommon or Drow, I think.
The languages that you can see posted around are primarily Undercommon, with the occasional Elvish.
I can read both if you guys need me to
You
Yeah.
read all this.
So we've got that
Duolingo it
temple to
for
look
you.
for, and also the Library of Records to look for.
Okay, I will start scanning the.
Make an
The
investigation
store-
roll.
All right.
I can do that. That's something I can do. And
All
not
right. I
fuck
will
up.
assist you.
Okay, let me roll it one more time. Oh wow. Okay, let me roll it one more time. Oh wow.
Do you have the halfling luck on one of those?
I think you
Fuck,
used the
no.
halfling luck on one of
No,
those.
that was the advantage.
Oh, that
'cause
was
you
me
said
rolling or
that
helping him with advantage.
that was
Ah.
advantage. Can I halfling luck it a third roll?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to investigate like libraries and storefronts and what they say.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay.
What?
Watch it. Oh my fucking god! Fuck this
Is your
game.
macro working right?
Guys, I gotta go. I
That's
gotta go
hilarious.
not win the
I think
lottery.
that's a 1 in 400 chance.
I just got 3 fucking ones in a row. Oh, you know what it is?
Yeah,
My
seriously,
D&D
guess the two could
fucking
be this.
subscription, D&D Beyond subscription just ended. So
We
they
need to
said,
play.
fuck you and fuck your campaign. All right,
Rami, give me
there
one more
it is.
roll of investigation because, I mean, it's still the one. I just want to see what you're actually going to roll.
Can I do my own investigation with my translating book here?
Ah, there you go. Yeah, go ahead. It'll be disadvantage as you are basically attempting to, like,
Yeah.
you're reading the Undercommon and then cycling through your book.
It doesn't matter.
Fucking tourists.
You guys have no clue what you're looking for.
I don't even know
Most
how
of
to, like-
these are only showing what you actually like. You could see like various shops around, but directions to the temple and to the location where you get the records are not around here.
I'm equating it to like being in like Broadway, or what the fuck's that called in New York? It's called Broadway, right?
Like the
That
street?
strip.
Called
Yeah.
Broadway.
Yeah. Like the first time being there, just like overwhelming amount of lights and shit. I'm trying to like close one eye to try and concentrate on the fucking signs. Can't do it.
All right. Well, I think it was a central temple, right?
Mhm.
So we can at least start towards the center and keep our eyes open on the way.
Okay. You make a survival roll as you attempt to find your way through the center. Um, the walls and buildings kind of just go up. I mean,
The
the
dice
ones
have
around you
decided
are.
that your adventure is done for the day.
I have no wherewithal of where we are.
I can do survival.
Okay.
Is that what we're doing?
Was
Are we just all rolling ones forever, except for?
and Fern is just watching
Not
us
me.
bumblefuck like this.
She's like, the fuck is wrong with you people?
She's like, it's right there. We were standing in front of it the whole fucking time. Guys, it's right here. We're right in front of it. Oh.
Fern, you
Finally.
suspect that you need to follow the spider statues.
Yeah, gross.
Worse.
And they don't take you on a very straight path. They take you at a winding, twisting path that takes you quite a while, but you do eventually open into it like this large open courtyard where before these individual inner city was just a mass of very like tall stacked buildings on one another. In the center, it is a like just open courtyard. You see a number of trees that are kind of been planted in making small parks. Um, you also notice a large group of soldiers in fine black plate. Each of them is kneeling at the ready. Their swords and shields and spears are at their side. If you didn't see them breathing, you would assume they were statues by how they are just completely still and completely focused.
Is there like a hat in front of them where you could drop off money, or these are like not street workers? These are like actual guards.
A horn rings, and the soldiers immediately and in unison go from a kneeling position to a standing position. In unison, they turn, doing a complete 180, and then they march into a squat, square building that you can see is lined with a number of defensive towers around it. You do notice that there are a couple other buildings. You see a giant building with a massive dome and a number of spider statues and spider decorations in gold and silver covering it, as well as a building that has a number of kind of pillars in the front, a massive staircase leading into it. You arrive in the center of the city of Mythograth. We will end it here as it's a little past 2 hours, and we'll pick this up next week.
All right.